Ever wonder how to turn your passion into profit? The Decide to Finish show is about to teach you. We're posted up at Renelle Ice's exhibit in New York City, and I'm here with the one and only Brendan Boyd. He's giving us the monetization blueprint and dropping gems you won't get anywhere else. If you're ready to level up, lock in, and decide to finish.
Glory King with the pinky ring.
Live in Brooklyn right now, headed to Financial District. We about to do a podcast. My guy Brent and Decide to Finish, man. Come with us, let's go. So you're linked up with my guy Brent. He had me following pictures and, you know what I'm saying, all types of instructions to you know what I'm saying, to figure out the secret location.
I told him, welcome to New York. Sometimes you gotta work for it. Work for what you need.
Yo, 100%, yeah. 100%. Look at the art.
Another episode of the Decide to Finish show. I am Story King Brent. I got a guest here all the way straight from. Well, this guy's a little bit from everywhere, man. You got roots in Boston. He's in LA. He's in Miami. He's kind of everywhere. But one thing he is a monetization warrior. He tells you how to monetize your communities. He tells you how to make the most out of your podcast audiences and appearances. And today we're gonna be talking about this guy, and he's gonna be explaining to us when he decided to finish.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here, bro. I think one of my favorite things to do recently is to build with people and put money in their pocket before we met. So officially, this is the first time we met in person.
Exactly.
But we've been working, you know what I'm saying, text, DM, back and forth. I was able to put some money in your pocket.
100%.
I was able to connect with some good people. Some of these episodes that came out was from people that I was able to send to you.
Yes, indeed.
So you know, so even before that, we was already building, but now this is an opportunity. We actually get to build in real life. You know what I'm saying? So
100%.
So I feel really good about that.
It's incredible how the internet makes the world smaller. You know, you cannot meet somebody in person, but already feel a connection, already feel your pockets
Catch a
filling up.
vibe. Yeah.
And catch a
100%,
vibe in between. A little bit about my background. My audience knows that Decide to Finish is my mantra. You know, I started off, I call myself the Wall Street dropout. You know, I went from Howard University. I landed in New York City, did some time at Goldman Sachs, investment banking, the whole nine. Left there, was at JP Morgan. But the whole time I was there, I was doing some audio production. I was doing placements for the game. I had placements on Rosecrans. So I had a billboard in LA while I'm doing 100-hour work weeks. And it got to a point where I was just like, look, I don't have any kids. I don't have anything. So I think I'm going to dive fully into this creative side of my brain and use both of them. Yeah. And that was kind of the moment I decided to finish this career path that really wasn't for me.
So I see what you got going
You
on.
feel me?
Yeah.
So I want to know, what was that moment for you? Because I know you had some background doing basketball leagues in Boston and all type of other endeavors before you got where you were. So what was that moment when you decided to finish all of the other stuff?
So I think based on how you actually put it into context, I had a couple of moments of me deciding to finish. You know what I'm saying? So the basketball thing was like really my first venture into entrepreneurship. And I didn't have no mentorship, bro. I had a dream. The dream was I wanted to put together our version of Rucker Park in Boston. We didn't have nothing like that. Okay. So I wanted to build a basketball league in the city that adults over 18, we had a league that was like, had a vibe, it was popping. Okay. Girls pull up, we had the food, you know what I'm saying, live music, DJ, announcer, that whole energy. So that's what I was going for. We did that for about 6 years in a row. I had a fall league and a summer league. Okay. I took a little hiatus because I started a clothing company with a friend of mine, but I didn't decide to finish that yet. Okay. We did another one in 2010, so that was the last time. But 2006, that's when I kind of decided to finish from the basketball league, transition into fashion. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And that was a really good vibe. You know what I'm saying? Really good vibe. I learned a lot. Again, no mentorship. You know, we didn't really know what we was doing. It worked out, but we didn't really know what we was doing. We were culturally impactful. Definitely made $1 million, but we lost it super fast. I leveraged my own money. I leveraged. I had a piece of real estate I leveraged. Okay. I didn't know that I could get funding for my company. I didn't know that I could do group economics. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that we could leverage some of our receivables, you know what I'm saying, to then grow the business. Now, if we would have knew, or if I would have knew how impactful getting in front of eyeballs are, or getting the brand out there more, like I knew it was important,
Right.
but I didn't know how important with the scale of marketing as far as consistency, how that would have grew the brand so much more. We were just really moving and growing based off a lot of seeding. So we had like Wiz Khalifa wearing product early, and he showed us a lot of love in videos. We had Wiz, Chris Brown, Justin Bieber,
How are you
a
able
lot
to
of
come in
athletes.
contact with these type of people?
So back in the day, renegade marketing and building relationships was a lot easier. Not to say that you can't do it right now on social media, but like when Twitter just came out and when MySpace was really going and Facebook was really going, those were the main engines. You could literally just hit a manager up.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? Hit a brother of an artist.
Got it.
Hit somebody in a circle. And in some cases, hit an artist directly. Pull up to a show, build a relationship, send out product. Product was dope. It was a no-brainer for them to wear it.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? So we talking about like Nas, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. The Weeknd, when he used to wear colors.
Wow.
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
Really early.
Early.
House of Balloons pre? Maybe. Wow.
It was like during that time. He was building his aesthetic. Because now he's just really on some high fashion,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, golf, just minimal. But back then he was wearing colors. So he was wearing our product. Chance the Rapper, before he wore the 3 hat,
Shout
he
out
was
to
wearing
Chicago.
he was wearing the bike logo on his hat. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all do the research, he transitioned from the bike. The bike was our brand. So
Wow.
that cultural like growth, and then just doing some fire collabs. But we did a BMX bike collab. We did a collab with Colette before they went out of business, which was a Renelle streetwear.
Now you talking some real,
You know what I'm saying?
street, like y'all really had to be
France.
outside for
Yeah.
Colette. Like that's the average
Yeah.
person. You just started getting fly 2 years ago. You're
You
not
would
really gonna know
Yeah.
about Colette. man.
Colette was like,
Yeah.
you had to be level,
Yeah.
but then to get a collaboration, and then I had a chance to fly to France and then see the product on the shelf and then buy my own product. That was a moment, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
We was in video game, Dance 360. We had the characters wearing product. So we did a Pepsi collab. So we was really making
Y'all was
moves.
moving. Yeah.
But we didn't have operations together. You know what I'm saying? We
Got
didn't
it.
have management type. You know what I'm saying? I was doing all these moves, and my business partner was doing all these moves, but we weren't really on the same page.
Got
You know
it.
what I'm saying? So we didn't really know what we had to really scale it and grow it. Now it would be different because
Yeah.
I know exactly what to do. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So decided to finish that probably 2014. It was a rough finish because me and my business partner, we kind of at that time, we it was like we couldn't move forward amicably. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was like one of those.
Tough.
You know what I'm saying? Egos was involved in everything.
There's nothing that can prevent egos from clashing.
Yeah.
There's nothing that can prevent egos from clashing. You understand?
So it's like we both we didn't keep our eyes on what was important. You know what I'm saying? We let emotions and egos kind of get in the way of building a Monetize 7-figure business because it was already there. You know what I'm saying? Like it was already there, but we didn't stay the course. So brands that are like renowned in New York, like 10 Deep. You know what I'm saying? Even LA, like Stussy. You know what I mean? Like these brands, we was right there.
Wow.
We was right there. LRG, Crooks and Castles, you know what I'm saying? Like, we was right there. And even to this day, our biggest input in fashion was the jogger sweat. And no one knows that because we never got the mechanical trademark because we didn't know that we needed to get a mechanical trademark. That pattern has been copied by brands from the just starting out to like Victoria's Secrets.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But so that's what I'm
And
saying.
that was y'all?
That was us. You know what I'm saying? Actually it was 3 black dudes in Boston in our office. And what we did was we took the ribbon off a sweatpant, cut it, put it at the bottom of a sweatpant because the buyer of Karmaloop at the time, and we just did safety pins. He was like, yo, we need something innovative in fleece that will make your shoe pop. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
And at
right,
the
that
time,
makes sense.
sweatpants weren't slim.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You had a wide leg or a straight leg.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like what's coming back now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So what we did was we just took the ribbon off a sweatshirt, cut it off, safety pinned it to the bottom, and all of a sudden your shoe popped.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we put that in production, ran with it, but we didn't have a rollout, no mechanical patent. That's an 8-9-figure design right there.
Absolutely.
You know? So yeah, decided to finish that around 2014. got into real estate, and then real estate introduced me to media in a roundabout way.
Okay, I like that. I like that.
Now that we know Brendan's backstory and what makes him the go-to for brand monetization, let's get into the real gems. We're here surrounded by Renelle Ice's stunning art and photography, which really sets the tone. This isn't your regular podcast. This is the Decide to Finish show. And Brendan's about to break down the real strategies behind making your brand, podcast, or community profitable. And it's exactly this insight that you won't find anywhere else. Let's jump
I
in.
want to talk a little bit about motivation because it seems like you started with a shiny product, and a lot of times people will have a lot of motivation at the beginning to have this grand idea, but then when the grand idea kind of wears off and the real work is ready to be put in, it's hard to stay motivated.
Yeah.
So I want to get it from your perspective. How do you stay motivated when kind of like the lights aren't as bright and you really got to sit down and you really got to work out the kinks and the operations, and it's not just, oh, I got my logo, I got everything going on. When it's really time to do the business. Give people some game about how to stay motivated.
Yeah. I think it's a couple things, bro. Like, you got to understand that at the end of the day, there's still work that got to be done. Yeah. So you can prioritize the things that you need to do and just knock those out and then do the stuff that you might want to do, or you just need to say no. So I became like, I wouldn't say obsessed, but I basically programmed myself to say no to shit. You know what I'm saying? So for
Program
instance,
yourself to say no.
yeah,
Wow.
100%. So like, if a friend had a cookout, I ain't going to the cookout if I could be investing in myself doing something that I need.
Say that.
You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm like, all right, cool, I'm gonna go to cookout for an hour, then I'm out.
Yeah.
But I would literally have a timer on.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And when timer go off, dap, I hug, back in the car, and I'm out. I'm not putting myself in a position where now I'm sacrificing what I really want.
Got it.
Because I want to enjoy it right now. And a lot of times the things that people want to enjoy, they done did it like 50 times already.
So it sounds
You know what I'm
to
saying?
me like,
So the NBA just started.
Yeah.
It's cool, Bronny and LeBron on the court, but what happens? The games, you know what I'm saying? Playoffs, play-in, championship, repeat. You know what I'm saying? Football, Sundays,
Same
drinking, eating, group sports, repeat. So how many times you gonna keep doing the same thing, but realistically, your money ain't right?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You maybe you live in a situation that you don't want to really live in. Maybe your car, you know what I'm saying, is not in a situation where, you know what I'm saying, maybe you want a new car, whatever the case may be. Maybe you want to move, right? But you're not taking care of the things that you need to take care of. And now, with the technology, bro, there's not really no excuse. If you got an iPhone, the iPhone can remind you. You know what I'm saying? If you got, like an Echo at the crib, Alexa, she can remind you. You can put all these different timers on. You can get different watches and different like devices that can, you know what I'm saying, just ding you or be like, yo, these are things I need to do. Or you be old school, just get an accountability partner and put them all together.
that's real.
You know what I'm saying? But you have to focus on what you need to be. You have to focus on what you need to do, and don't put no excuses. And if you got to go work, just go to work.
Sounds good. So it sounds to me a lot like you have to set boundaries. You have to set boundaries for
100%.
yourself, and put the priorities and make the first thing the first thing. So if you're already used to going out, having fun, doing all of that, do what you need to do because you can have a lot more fun. You can go from that hoopty to that Lamborghini.
facts.
I see you got that Lamborghini hat on, man. You trying to tell us something what's going on? I know you had the Tesla going on. Like, what's happening,
The Tesla
bro?
got to
Like,
go back in a couple of,
what's
like
up?
a month or two. I did put a deposit down on a you know what I'm saying, on a lamb. But bro, it's honestly a couple things, bro. But before we get on to this, one thing I just want to add, there's a thing that's called Eat That Frog. There's a book called Eat That Frog. Get the hardest things done in the beginning of the day. Then by the time you get towards the end of the day, when your energy's low, you know what I'm saying, you can be like, I'm gonna do it. You ain't gonna do it.
Right.
So just get it done early. Now, as far as like this, I think it's important for you to visualize, you know what I'm saying, put certain energies out, you know, like even you mentioning that is really bringing the energy back to me because I'm putting it out.
I'm all about that.
You know what I'm saying? So if I didn't have this hat on,
Absolutely.
you would have made that remark.
Yes, sir.
So it wouldn't have reminded me of what I casted as a vision to achieve,
Yep.
which basically is what you need for your mindset and for your subconscious. You know what I'm saying, to accomplish the things that you want. That's why you might have a vision board, or you might have you know, like the Pinterest vision board on your phone.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Or you might have reminders of whatever the case may be. because you need that, right? Even God has given us the ability to cast a vision so you know what you're shooting for, you know where you're going. I couldn't have came here without no vision.
No.
You know what I'm saying? No GPS, you know what I'm saying? No directions, and no pictures, you know what I'm saying, from
Absolutely.
you.
Yep.
I wouldn't have made it to this spot.
Yeah.
So you can't do that without a vision. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is 100% coming. But the thing is, a lot of things that we want to achieve, they're cool. Then once you get them, they just like a pair of pants.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Then
why
you're
I
going to want something different.
Yeah, it's always important to be in the act of constantly becoming, you
Yeah.
know, so that way when you get there, it's really not a surprise. That's why I always pull up in a Range Rover, I pull up in a Porsche, because I'm training my body and my mind to just get used to these type of things, to the point where now when I hop in one, it feels normal. It feels like a
regular,
normal
yeah,
car. It doesn't
100%.
even move. And that's what you want to train yourself
Yeah.
to do, even when you're accomplishing your work. Accomplish everything, all your daily tasks. It's regular. I'm getting business done. That's regular. I'm
Yeah.
getting money. That's regular. That's-
Hopping on and off planes, going to places tropical just to work.
Exactly.
I remember, like, even with my podcast, sometimes I'll go to a different country or a different city and just sit down with a guest. But that was something that I wanted to do, because I'm like, I don't have to have a podcast that's necessarily stationary. I can go anywhere and interview someone.
Absolutely.
Right? And I've been able to
Decide
sit
to
down
finish
with
up.
different people in their homes in different cities or different countries just because it is.
Facts.
Right?
I'm just way too shy. I gotta make you see this is more than just a silly crush.
One thing I would like to get your opinion on is, a lot of times people feel like, oh, I can't do this because everybody else is doing it, or I can't have a podcast. Everybody has a podcast. I can't do this, that, and the third because everybody's doing that. They have their mind focused on everybody else. So I want to know, from your perspective, how do you feel that a creative should establish their own audience, and it may seem like it's crowded in other spaces? What's your opinion
Man,
on that?
give me the mic for this one, yo. Listen, I gotta let y'all know, there's no saturation at all. You know what I mean? There's only one you. There's only one way that you're gonna do you. How you, like, from the equipment that you choose to you know, the location that you choose, to your energy, your vibe, the way you start, the way you finish. You know what I'm saying? Like, your whole creativity, your whole mindset, even the people that you want to come on. No one's gonna do it like you. And half of the time, the things that you're worried about, you don't have to worry about them, because 99% of people are gonna quit. You know what I'm saying? So if you just keep going, right? If you just keep going and you get better, you upgrade your equipment, ask somebody at a higher stature that you think to come on the pod, you know what I'm saying? Be consistent with your delivery, and don't be afraid to ask your worth, which you can learn through mentorship or reading or whatever, or just being around, you know, someone like Brent and stuff like that. Like, you're going to get to where you're going. There's zero saturation, because in every industry, there's different brands. If you go down a bread aisle, there's all these different brands of bread. But guess what? They're all on the shelf because people prefer a certain brand. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? If you go buy a burger, let's say McDonald's, across the street or close, there might be a Wendy's, there might be a Burger King, there might be a Carl's Jr., there might be an In-N-Out. Those are all multi-billion-dollar, well, maybe multi-million, some multi-billion-dollar companies that are all slinging burgers, right? But people just prefer the red and yellow versus, you know what I'm saying, the red and the white. You know what I'm saying?
And that's because of the power of the branding.
That's all branding. And branding is, that's a whole nother level of how you can do it, of psychology, but you definitely need brand. That's why personal brand is important.
Got it.
You can
got
sell
it.
anything with personal brand.
You know, one thing you said that really stuck with me, and it's going to stick with my community, is that you said 99% of the people aren't going to finish it anyway. Now, I know that's not the finishes I'm talking about, because my Decide to Finish community is always seeing everything through.
Now, this is the thing. You might take a break, let's just say, or pause for a second, which, you know what I'm saying, if you can reduce that, I would reduce it. But if you need to take a break, you're like, yo, I just need this for the mental or whatever case may be, that's cool. Just don't quit, because most people are going to make excuses in quitting. And the biggest reason that they're going to quit is because they haven't figured out how to monetize. Because they're thinking they need monetization from brand deals, sponsorships, YouTube money, or charging people to come on their platform.
Okay.
Those are the top 4 ways that people think they get money when they have a podcast or a show.
Okay.
But that's not the best way to get money right now. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get money later.
Got it.
Right? So if you got a new show, you're not gonna get a brand deal or a sponsor unless you're a celebrity or you already got some motion. You're not getting that. I have a strategy that you can get a local brand deal. You know, a brand deal through a local strategy. But That's not how you would do it to begin. If that's what you're like, oh, Joe Rogan got this or Joe Budden got this, I'm gonna need to deal with Spotify, my podcast, Spotify deal. That's not it.
Can you make it plain for him? Maybe give him 3 steps.
Yeah. So listen, what you want to do is you have to realize that the podcast within itself is an asset, right? And you need to productize the asset. You can't monetize if you don't productize. So how can I invest in something that you have if it's not packaged, right? It needs to be a product. Now that product can be a digital product because media is digital, right? And if you don't, like, let's say we got a host on a show or someone that has a podcast, right? And they're like, yo, I don't know what I would sell. Resell your content. Because you can package, so basically what we're creating right now, let's say there's like 10 gems. We could take those gems from the transcript, turn that into a digital product, and then sell it to people as a digital ebook that they could purchase. $47, 22 of those is $1,000.
Yes.
That's your first 1,000 off of repurposing the content that you created. Most creators are not going to do nothing with their episodes once they finish shooting them. They're going to upload them and then forget about them.
It's true.
Right? Second thing is affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is $1 billion industry, and people buy stuff because of other people. How many times have you been on Amazon, you know what I'm saying, reviews, or TikTok, or YouTube, or out and about? You're like, yo, I like that. Yo, that's cool. Oh, he got those glasses. And then that influenced you to buy the glasses.
Yes.
So if those glasses, that brand has a link, and I could register to be an affiliate, and every time I show somebody those glasses, they make a purchase, and now this company's giving me 15%, 20%. You can start stacking those affiliates. And there's affiliates out there that will pay you every single month. Like there's service-based affiliates, like let's say Go High Level, where people have to pay for the software. That software might be $197, $97, $297. They're giving you 40% of that person's monthly payment.
So that's recurring revenue.
That's recurring revenue, just for introducing it to them.
Wow.
What if you start stacking those, right? You got bigger companies like ADP that does payroll, right? Or some of these financial services company, they've been giving you $500 to $1,000 per client. So you don't got to sell nothing, you don't got to fulfill nothing, you got to handle no customer service, and there's no inventory. And you can leverage your podcast to sell that for you through links or commercials that you can create, right? What about the community? You mentioned the Side of Fitness community, right? How about you get a car from your community, not with 900,000 downloads, not with 90,000 streams, not with 9,000 views, 9 people.
Right.
9 people times 99 is 900. What if your car payment was 800 and insurance was 100? That's your car payment and insurance.
Yeah.
From 9 people.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? People like, I need all these views. Your views can't even convert on YouTube if your page ain't even monetizable. Some of y'all content's not even monetizable, or you don't even have the monetize option on YouTube, or you're not even making enough where YouTube can pay you from your views. You know what I'm saying? And then one of my favorites is the VIP package. If you got a guest-based podcast,
He's rubbing his hands. About
you know what I'm
that
saying?
package.
This is one of my favorites, bro. If you're a new show and you got a guest-based podcast and you're bringing people on that actually need the content, you can resell them the content folder. So that's basically the content you're shooting them in real time. Give them some clips, give them the opportunity to shoot a commercial for a thing that they do, email blast, text message blast, take some pictures, take some B-roll, put all of it in the folder, and it's only $250 or $350 or $550. Now, a business owner, entrepreneur, someone that gets busy with content, that's an easy investment. Because if I just wanted to do a content day and I hired a photographer or videographer for an hour or two, I'm gonna spend that money anyway.
Yeah.
But now I'm intentionally making content with my message from somebody else's platform, from someone else's perspective. I'm gonna get that post anyway, but now I get that content that I can repurpose, chop up, and put out through my platform. It's a no-brainer.
No brainer.
So if you're showing 8 podcasts or 8 interviews in a month, let's just say, if you got a 50% conversion rate and you asking for $250, that's another $1,000. What if you ask them for $500? That's $2,000.
Wow.
From the content that you was gonna create anywhere, that you wasn't even gonna ask them if they wanted the content, and most likely they do want it because their social media pages is trash. They don't make content consistently, but this is a great way for to get their word out there. Now that's just 4 ways.
100%. That's 4 ways. And I'm surprised that's free. So y'all need to go make sure you following all the social media pages. And look, one of the top gems that he says is you cannot monetize until you productize.
Yeah,
Stop
facts.
depending on trying to get into a creator fund or trying to monetize your YouTube, monetize your community.
Yeah.
The people that support you, look around them, see how you can productize, and then you can monetize.
I dream about just holding you. What is a girl supposed to do? I love you. I want you. I want you. You're the one that I live for, and I can't take it anymore. I love you. I love you. I need you. And I need you. And I do to make you see you're the only one for me.
Nowadays, we're in the social media era where everybody just cares about going viral. They want to go viral. They want every video to have 10 million views, and they just living for that viral moment, not necessarily everything that comes before or after that viral moment. So what do you have as far as advice to people who are obsessed with going viral? Is that very important? And when it comes to deciding to finish or productizing or monetizing your platform, like how important is going viral?
I'm gonna have to grab this mic again, yo. Listen, so check this out. There's nothing wrong with going viral, but if you're going viral and you don't have a product or a service, it's ridiculous. It doesn't even make no sense. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, virality is cool because I believe you definitely need to continue to get in front of more people. But what's more important than that is getting in front of your right audience. So what's more important than being viral is mastering your message. And then once you have your message down for the value you actually want to give to the people, then you can match that message with the correct audience. And it doesn't matter if there's a lot of people pulling up or not, right? True. Because you can have a room full of 50 to 100 people, right, with a 10% conversion rate. That means you might have 5 products sold or 10 products sold. What if your product is $500, right? 5 times 5 is what? 2,500, right? What if your product is $1,000, right? And you got 10 people. That's 10,000. You know what I'm saying? So you have to align your message first. You know what I'm saying? Like, who are you? What do you have? How does it help people? You know what I'm saying? Does it make it easier for them? Is it introducing them to something brand new? Is it a new experience? Is it an improvement offer? You know what I'm saying? And then you want to get in front of the audience. So what we're doing right now is we're creating content. I'm giving my messages and my value. I'm letting that to your platform. But you're extending me the platform, right? So I got this strategy called 52W. It's where you take your message that you're mastering on one podcast or one platform a week for the whole year. That's 52 weeks. So if people are dedicated to their message at the very least, and this is like intro, this ain't even going crazy. Right. But people ain't even doing that. You take 30 to 60 minutes a week dedicated to finding a platform so you can share your message, what you do, right? Bring some real value, be captivating, not boring, be storytelling, bring some energy, you know what I'm saying? Maybe bring a prop to illustrate whatever makes sense to you, and then give a proper call to action so you can turn those views into data, right? And you can resell those views. You can remarket to those views, right? And if you understand marketing at this point, then you can redistribute that content back out, right? And then when you redistribute the content back out, what are the platforms that allow you to get close to people? That might be email, text, YouTube, multiple social media platforms. You might be in a community. You might have a group, right? You want to give all that stuff back out. So then that way, it's like, okay, I'm putting this out, I'm getting it back, and now I'm redistributing it.
Understood.
Guess what doesn't get old? Content. Right? So you can go on your phone right now for something you did 2-3 years ago, or maybe in January, because January is old for content, technically, right? Yeah. No one even knows none of that stuff.
This is true.
That's why if you've been on multiple podcasts, go on YouTube. There's a Chrome extension, 4K download. You can download that on Chrome. Now you're going to be able to make YouTube downloadable, right? Okay. Download all the podcasts that you was a guest on. Now repost those back on your own YouTube channel, because that's where people can actually spend time with Brent without having to spend time with Brent.
This is true.
I can spend 10 minutes with you, 20 minutes with you, 30 minutes with you, Absolutely. 5 minutes a day with you, and then by the end of the week or 2 weeks, I'm like, you know what? I like him, bro. He DJing, or he got a pop up, he got this going. I'm gonna buy a ticket. Yeah. Guess who didn't have to spend real time with me?
This is true.
Right? But you created enough content that I was able to digest. Now I feel like I know, like, trust you, and I vibe with you, and I want to do business with you. That's what YouTube's for.
Absolutely.
And that's what you use content for. Right? So now download all your clips. Download all your episodes, repost those, reshare those through your distribution channels, chop those back up, throw those back out through social media, have proper CTAs, you're going to do more sales.
Yes.
Now, if you want to accelerate that, then you start running the ads. Then you might do what they call one-to-many, where you want to take people and put them in a room, right? And then you want to educate them or introduce them to the value that you bring. And then you let them know, hey, listen, this 45 minutes was game. For those that want to continue get access to the information or want to learn directly from me and my team, I have some structure, some discipline, some consistency, want to move a little bit faster, here's an offer for you.
Absolutely.
I done gave you something for free already. You could take everything I gave you for free.
To be honest,
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You could take everything I gave you for free and run it. But if you want to work with me and us and have a little bit of structure, move faster, this is it.
Tell your people about your offer.
So listen, right now, man, I got a challenge. Audience Growth Challenge is in December. Spend 5 days with me, $97. We're going to teach you how to master your message by leveraging podcasting to generate revenue and make more money for your business. And all you got to do is pull up and spend some time. That's it. All you got to do is invest in yourself.
And I would be remiss not to ask for an affiliate link for my community, the Decide to Finish community.
100%.
And I'll drop that in the comments.
Do I need to put the glasses on? You got the glasses?
Go ahead. Yeah. Get in your zone. You know what I'm saying? Here, Decide to Finish. We just decide to get fly every single day.
And these
you
are
know?
the Meta Ray-Bans, you know what I'm saying? So I can get some POV content right at the same time.
So oftentimes in this digital world and when people are building their communities and building their brands, they fall victim, or maybe it's not a victim, but people want to follow the trends of what's hot. So their brand might be one thing, but then they see, oh, if I just talk about $200 dates or something of that nature, I could just go viral. It really has nothing to do with their brand messaging or their core messaging or anything of that nature. What's your thoughts on that? Can people jump around to these trendy internet topics, or should they just zero in on what their audience is already about? I'd be interested to get your perspective on it.
I think it's always important to zero in on your thing. You know what I'm saying? I think if you chasing a trend, you're gonna always be chasing the trend. You know what I'm saying? Because now your brand is based on the trends, right? But if you master your message and master your audience, you can always deliver value to them no matter where you're at and where they are. You know what I mean? All you're doing is just changing your environment.
How does somebody master their messaging and master their audience so they don't fall victim to what's kind of hot to do?
Well, the first thing is you don't tune into what's going on outside. You focus on what you're doing and the value that you're bringing to the marketplace. So if I focus on the problem I'm solving and value I'm bringing to the marketplace, all I'm going to give you is information and solutions to solve that problem or improve your experience or improve this product or improve that service. I'm not worried about what's going on outside. If I worry about what's going on outside in these digital streets, I'm only going to be focused on catching the trend. Now, if you're a savvy marketer, you can use some of that to borrow that momentum for exposure. And then if you understand messaging, you could flip that messaging so it makes sense for what you got. That's why, like, sometimes you'll see like video intro hooks where, do you remember the clown that was going crazy for like all last year? He was doing the dances, right? So people were using those as hooks where I got your attention, now I'm gonna relate it to what I got going on.
Got it.
Right? So it's not a trend where it's like I'm gonna just fully jump off the ledge. I'm gonna borrow where the intention's at, make it relatable to my message, and then deliver that message to my audience.
Understood.
And I think that makes sense.
Understood.
Right? But if Drake's doing something and then, you know, like UPS got something going on, I'm just going to be catching what the next thing. I'm not going to be zeroed in on what I need to do. But if I borrow a Drake meme or I borrow something that Drake did, you know, or I borrow something that UPS did, like let's say I hop out the back of a UPS truck, but I'm delivering my message, right? You're paying attention to that UPS truck to get your attention. But now I got your attention, let me deliver the message.
Gotcha.
Right? So now I'm able to like involve my environment or involve some of this virality, but I'm sticking to what's relevant and what's important for my brand.
Tell the story. Glory King with the pinky ring.
One thing I encounter on my journey, just meeting people throughout the world, and it just kind of depends on how you were raised or how you look at life, whether it's a glass half filled or glass half empty mentality. I would say to you, anybody who's operating out of a sense of scarcity versus abundance, how could you get somebody to flip their mindset to go from, oh man, I don't know if this could happen, to what if it does happen, or what's the worst that could happen versus what's the best that could happen? I want you to tackle scarcity versus abundance mindset.
Well, the first thing you can do is, bro, you can't make someone do what they don't want to do.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm doing pretty good in my life right now. It's only getting better. right? I got a friend specifically. I'm gonna just mention just her situation. It's like, why don't you just tap into what the fuck I got going on? You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you opportunities or giving you like, here's an idea.
Yep.
So I'm saying that to say that this I can't make her want more for her. So you can't make someone get out of scarcity.
Deep.
You can't make someone want more for themselves, right? All you can do is show somebody through your own work, through what you're creating. Hey, listen, this is what I'm doing. This is what's working for me. This is what I'm on. I stopped doing that. I don't care about the Celtics no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch football no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about none of the stuff that's robbing me of time that I could be dedicated to improving as a person or helping more people. Or educating myself so the next 30, 60, 90 days is completely different from me. One thing that I've learned on this version of my entrepreneurship journey, and I just really locked in during COVID, is that making money and time, it ain't the same.
It's not.
You know what I'm saying? So so people working 9 to 5, it's nothing against people working 9 to 5. But if you're making $20 an hour, just remember someone's making 100. Mm-hmm. Just remember someone else is making 1,000.
Yes.
Someone else is making 10,000. Someone else is making $1 million in a day, in an hour. You know what I'm saying? So time has nothing to do with it. So what's the difference between you and that other person if they can make $1 million in a day, or if they can make 6 figures in a day, or if they can make 50,000 in a day, or if they can make 15 or 1,000 or 500 in a day? Information. That's the only difference. Information and execution, right? But guess what? Where's the information? Everywhere.
Everywhere.
They ain't no gates no more, bro. There's no more locks on the gates. The only difference that's separating you from where you want to go is in here. Mm-hmm. This is really the shackles. So does racism exist? Yeah. Does classism exist? Yeah. Are there still little groups for certain people? Yeah. But the information is not gated though. You could still make $1 million in 12 months or 6 months or 4 months or in 2 years based on the information you have, your confidence, your execution, and getting around other people that are doing better than you. So the reason why I think how I think is because I'm not afraid, and I haven't been afraid to invest the money.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So if I blew a bag on a car, or if I blew a bag on a trip, or if I blew a bag on some clothes, why wouldn't I blow a bag on my mindset? Mm-hmm. What's the worst thing can happen if I invest in my mindset and I don't get the return? I still have the information.
Absolutely.
If I spend the money on a car, guess what? Car's old, it ain't popping no more, it can stop working, I can crash it, I'm gonna be over it. But that book that I bought, or that course that I bought, or that mastermind that I went to, right? Let's say I don't use the information, it's still there. So even if I'm not ready for it at the time, I can still get into it, and it can still change me for where I'm at the time. Because sometimes, this is the thing, why do people know songs? Because they play them all the time. But people won't read a book more than one time, or they won't finish a book, right? But you know that new Drake or that Kendrick or whatever, because you done played it thousands of times.
Absolutely.
But you won't read a book. You won't finish one book, let alone read that same book twice to make sure that you get the information.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
So if you got it over and over and over because you read it and you process it over and over, won't you know that information front, back, side to side? Won't you be able to do the thing that you said you can't do?
Facts.
Right? But you know all the songs.
You know all the songs.
2 seconds of a song, come on, you know the whole entire melody.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying?
Finishes. He just spit a lot of game right here. Scarcity, throw it out the window.
Yeah.
Any of your friends or any of your people that you have around you in your circle that have a scarcity mindset, you can't change their minds. All you can do is improve your actions, and hopefully you'll inspire them to change their ways. But we're not going to waste any time doing that. Matter of fact, we're going to invest time into finishing these books multiple times. Yeah. We're going to invest time in ourselves. We're going to invest time in our mindsets.
Guess
and
what? Audible got an
importantly-
affiliate.
You feel me?
So you can make money by sharing the books. What if you started a book club, and the book club was like $15 a month for people to be in the book club, and y'all just read books together. But you charge people to be in this group where y'all read books together.
Wow.
Now you're making money, you're growing your mindset, you're impacting people, you're helping people, and this is maybe your first product. You're just like, you know what? I'm gonna see if this works.
Yes.
you're gonna work at the end of the day. Sometimes people need to spend that $15 or that $50 so they can do it.
Facts.
Because if you're like, yo, join this free book club.
Right.
They ain't coming next week, bro. You know what I'm saying? Next week gonna come, they ain't even open the book.
If you
You're
don't
like, yo,
pay, you won't pay attention.
you're like, yo, just, all right, we got 7 days. Everyone read 10 minutes of this book. I'm gonna see y'all next Monday. They ain't reading. They ain't
not.
doing the 10 minutes, bro.
Sad, bro.
You know what I'm saying? But if they paid a percentage of those people, because not all of them, but a higher percentage of those people will be actually doing the thing because they made an investment. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the money's for.
Brendan just dropped some serious knowledge this entire episode. So if you're feeling inspired, make sure to like, subscribe, and definitely drop a comment with what resonated with you the most. And if you're ready to take action, join Brendan's Audience Growth Challenge. He's got the blueprint. Now let's hear a couple last final words and make sure that y'all decide to finish. Story King Brent, tell the story.
Brandon, I want to thank you for taking time out your day while you're here in New York City, blessing the Decide to Finish audience with all of your game. I just wanted to get a feel for if you had any closing words, anything that you wanted to get across to the audience, anything that you have going on, any offers that my audience can participate within you, and just some wise words for the community in general.
2 big things, I should say.
Okay.
All right. Number 1 is, if anyone's ever lost someone, remember how you felt when you lost somebody, right? So that moment when you lost someone, you're like, damn, life's real. Like, damn, I can't see this person again. I was just with them last night. I was just with them last week. How you feel in that moment, figure out how you can hold on to that energy, hold on to that feeling. Because in that moment, you were willing to do whatever it took to do whatever you wanted to do. You was like, yo, I'm going to start that business tomorrow. You know what? He always wanted me to work out. We supposed to work out together. I'm going to work out tomorrow. But then what happens? You get back in the feeling that you used to have, and ain't nothing happening. So figure out how you can hold on to taking action right now, today. Realize that even though you want to do something tomorrow and next week, all you really have is right now. You're not really guaranteed that if you go to sleep, you're going to wake up.
It's true.
So maximize the day. The second thing I would say is, just take your life more serious, bro. I would take life more serious because, again, like, us being here is a blessing of such a high magnitude, because look how much you had to go through just to be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you break it down to, like, the sperm cells, you had to be that winning sperm. You had to beat out thousands of them.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? To get the egg right. You know what I'm saying? And then to cultivate in a woman and come out, that's another journey.
Absolutely.
So you already won.
Yeah.
Right? So you just got to take advantage of what you have and don't limit yourself. Matter of fact, don't even let limiting conversation be around you. Sometimes my friends be like, well, one of my best friends, he be joking, but he be like, yo, you old. I'm like, nah, nigga, you old. You know what I'm saying? I'm not accepting that, because I feel the best I feel in my life. And if I put certain words inside of me, if I believe certain things, then I'm going to move on that, because that's how your subconscious works. You know what I'm saying? So I would say those 2 big things. And then as far as what we got going on, again, we got a 5-day challenge. You guys need to tap in the audiencegrowthchallenge.com. There's a $97 ticket. Spend 5 days with me. It's ridiculously cheap. We're going to teach you how to master your message and monetize your content by leveraging whatever you got, podcast, YouTube show. And if you have an entity already, we're going to teach you how you can fund that entity by turning it into an actual media business, get access to funding to grow that media business, and then do all the things that you want to do.
Sounds excellent, man. It's been another episode of the Decide to Finish show. Story King Brent, tell the story.